In the outback, graziers are fattening beef cattle to feed the nation.
This is MATHISON station. We're about 100 kilometres from Katherine in the Northern Territory. And I live here with my husband, our little boy, and about 3 staff members generally.
For Rebecca MOHR-BELL, getting supplies for her family and 3 staff is always difficult. But the arrival of coronavirus has made it almost impossible.
This is the freezer. As you can see, there's lots of beef, lots of corned beef, but I could only get 1 packet of peas, 1 packet of cheese, grated cheese.
They started limiting how many items we could buy a couple of weeks ago. Now they've stopped all of the online orders, but it also means that I can only buy 1 or 2 of most items, which is not enough for 5 adults and a child to last more than a couple of days, and I would have to drive 100 kilometres or 200 kilometres round trip back.
Rebecca is now forced to ask her staff to drive to town to collect supplies individually in order to get around product limits. She says nearby stations with more than 50 staff face an even bigger struggle.
Worst case scenario, they're going to have to send people back to town and won't be able to have their crew on the station. You know, buy your 1 or 2 extra things, but don't go crazy.
Pastoralists have not been able to get their orders filled, particularly here in the NT.
Even cattlemen in the remote Northern Territory are feeling the impact of panic buying in faraway cities.
I was given an example as recently as today. They had 11 people on the station that they needed to feed and look after, and they were advised to come back over a 7-day period to top up those supplies. Now, for them, it was an 800-kilometre round trip to be able to do that. We've got young families on cattle stations who with young children who can't access baby formula, baby products, baby food, and that is a consequence of what is happening in the cities, and it needs to stop.
Further south in Alice Springs, Indigenous communities are also feeling the pinch.
There's only 2 main stores, so Coles and Woolworths, but then we have a few of the outlying stores like IGA, but they're really expensive compared to anywhere else since we're remote.
This is the toilet paper aisle in Alice Springs Woolworths, where there is nothing on the shelf.
So a lot of people live out in the Indigenous community, which is 3-4 hours out. So they come in, and when they do a shop, they do for 2 weeks or 4 weeks worth.
This is the pasta and rice aisle.
So it's a struggle for them since because a lot of people, they do shopping for big families.
Though he works in town, Administration Assistant Samuel Fraser is worried about his family up in Tennant Creek.
People out in communities or the elderly who can't make it there every few days because they rely on services, it's a bit of a struggle.
We're located at Courtenay Station, which is 165 k's from Mildura and 250 kilometres from Broken Hill.
NERIDA HEALY's family of 6 has endured years of drought and dust storms.
So it's been tough times for a few years now, and which has meant changes to the way we run the property. So we produce lambs most of the time direct into the supermarkets. The biggest thing we've noticed for us is the difficulty now of getting groceries to supply the farm.
The last time NERIDA made the 5-hour round trip into town, she was hoping to get enough food to last 5 weeks.
I'd picked 3 different boxes of cereal, and then I got to the register and I got told that I could only have 2 boxes, even though they were different. 2 boxes of cereal doesn't last a family of 6 for 5 weeks. And she said, I'm really sorry, I can't even override the system. It just won't allow me to put anything more than the 2 limit through. If some of the bigger supermarkets could allow us to go back to online ordering, if we can prove, that we live a certain distance from town, that'd be really helpful.
In a statement, Woolworths told 7:30 product limits were a difficult but necessary decision, and it was working to provide some flexibility on limits for existing remote customers. Coles says it's now lifting buying restrictions for all known remote customers and making special deliveries to Indigenous communities placed in isolation.
This is a substantial issue that we really need addressed, and we need the supermarkets getting in behind us because they want us to stack their shelves with product, and we need them supporting us so that we can do that.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.